Hey, you, it's a blind life. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the It's a Blind Life podcast. My name is Aria.
And I'm Belle.
And we are two legally blind sisters who wanted to make a podcast just talking about our lives as blind people. There's no rhyme or reason to this show. We talk about what we want when we want, and what you see is what you get. It's really all there is to it. And today we're doing another Cozy Life episode, and this time we're talking about video games. Now, of course, video games is not something you would expect a lot of blind people to really play. And, you know, we'll talk about some more about that. But it is something that recently Belle has started to get into, and I've been reintroduced to, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, you played video games when we were growing up.
Right.
I did not.
Right. So I guess that's kind of the best way to go about this episode. I'll start with kind of my history with video games and then kind of the problems with video games and, you know, that kind of thing. So I was definitely one of those kids in the 90s that their parents got them a lot of educational video games and a lot of like Disney video games, and like, you know, it was the kind that you got on CD essentially, and you know, they were just simple little computer games that you could play, but I loved them. I know that one of them was a computer game where you could play the Pokemon card game, like the first generation of Pokemon. I loved that game. I remember that there was like 101 Dalmatians video game that I loved and a Lion King video game that I loved to play. And you just went through the story and you did little activities, but they were so fun. There was another educational one and I barely remember it, but that one too was a lot of fun. Because they were kids' games, they were pretty easy to see. The stuff that had to deal with color, like you could kind of ignore it for the most part if there was anything. Most of the games didn't really have, you know, that aspect of it. But, you know, it was that kind of stuff that I really had fun with. My parents had gotten me a Game Boy, and I had a lot of fun with that.
Dating yourself.
I am. I told you, I'm very old. But, you know, there was a lot of games like that. And then as I got older, we had gotten into some console gaming, like PlayStation, different like adventure horse games. Like there was a Mary-Kate and Ashley horse game that I absolutely loved when I was little. As I kind of grew up, it was like, you know, we did PlayStation. We eventually got a Wii. And after the Wii, and after I was in college, I kind of didn't play games anymore. If I played anything, it was on mobile. And
You played Wizard 101 in college.
In college, yeah, but that was... that was like... I would say like the Wizard 101 and the Wii era were the last time that I really like played games fully. Like that were actual like... on a PC or on a console. After that, it was mainly mobile games. And it got to the point where I watched a lot of Let's Players on YouTube after my college years. I mean, I still watch them now. And a lot of games seemed like it was very... we need the best visuals. Like, we need to do all these things, and everything is very... vision oriented, and it didn't seem like a lot of places had really good accommodations, I guess is the best word to put it.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll get to that. I
We'll get
had
to
to
that.
throw that in just because I'm mad.
We'll get to that. But a lot of them don't have like amazing accommodations for people who can't see. And for me, it was because, I mean, like I've said, like I've enjoyed playing games. And when it got to the switch of like, oh, we're really gonna like push AAA games and we're really gonna focus on doing more things like online, I didn't make the switch, so to say. It was very much just okay, well, like how I did things, I can't do things anymore. And that is kind of a bummer. On top of, again, with consoles, it got to the point where it was just like, this is not necessarily worth all the trouble that goes into it to get a Switch or to do like a full PC game setup or...
Okay, let me put it this way. We stingy.
Yeah.
We stingy when it comes to that nonsense because we'd rather spend our money on other things like books.
Right.
Like, we will use the same laptop until it's on its last breath. Like, the only reason I got a new laptop for law school was because of the virus that shall not be named.
Yeah.
And, like, that killed my college laptop because of just having to constantly be on Zoom, and then I needed it to be plugged in so, like, it couldn't hold a charge.
Right.
So, like, that's the only reason. If the virus that shall not be named didn't happen, I would not have gotten a new laptop.
Right. And like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? I'm going to be so sad when the computer that I use for podcasting stuff, like when this computer goes down, I'm going to be beyond upset because I love this computer. But it kind of got to the point where I missed gaming when it was something that I had a lot of fun doing. Like, even if they were just games that like not a lot of people would like have heard about or would have played or would have even be interested in, but I missed being able to, just get on and play. And it really was apparent when I finally broke down and spent a couple bucks on the mobile version of Stardew Valley. I adored that game. I was enamored with that game and a little obsessed with it and had so much fun. And I think that was kind of the turning point for me where I was just like, well, that was one of the turning points where I was just like, man, like I miss this. Like I miss having a game that I really enjoy that I can get on to do. And like I had tried doing Disney Dreamlight Valley on my iPad, but it didn't work. And I was upset by that because I was like, oh, this seems like it would be like right up my alley, but like I couldn't play it. And then Belle.
That is the story of all of our lives. And then Belle.
Belle.
We do not give me enough credit for the amount of chaos I caused this family.
I give it to you all the time. Let's be real. Because if it's not you, it's me. It's one of us at all times.
Like if it is not me, it is Aria. And if by chance it's Aria, give it a day. And then I will take it times 10.
Right. Exactly.
So like at the end of the day, it's always me. At the end of the day.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So point of order A, you do have a similar experience in that like we played PlayStation games, we played Wii.
So I would play like PC games like Aria mentioned up at our grandmother's house. Like she had a computer.
Yeah.
And that was the only place I would play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, not really. Like PC games.
Right.
And like we would get some cool games. Like we had this, oh my goodness, what was that word game? With the bookworm?
Oh, I know exactly what one you're talking about. I don't remember the name, but it was so fun because it was kind of like Scrabble in a way.
So the point being is you're a worm named Lex,
mm-hmm.
and you like go through something happens in your library and like everything goes wrong, and you get like transported into these like different worlds.
Yeah,
and,
and it
you
was,
have to
like-
attack these monsters with words.
Yeah, and it was like different time eras and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
It was really
Like, even though it was more of like a kid's game, like you could play it as an adult or like an older kid.
I mean,
and
let's
have
be
fun.
real here. Our aunt and our mom played that game so much.
Yeah, they did too. Like, because it was just all around fun. Well, and that was like the elf bowling too. For I think it was for the Wii.
Okay, we'll get to that. But there was that one. There were a couple other games on the PC that I played. There was a Barbie vet game that was Aria's. We would get to one part of this game, and neither of us figured out how to do it.
Yeah, and that was like
The same place, and we would restart this game multiple times, and then we'd get to that place, and we'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
And see, here's the thing. There was another game I had that was like that on the PC that was a horse like mystery game. And I could never figure out what to do. And this was like before the time of like walkthroughs.
Internet?
And well, like the internet was a thing, but like
but it
weren't
wasn't like as
on it.
much of a household thing as it is
Right.
now.
Yeah, like now you can't step out for 2 seconds without needing an internet. But back in the day, we didn't like go looking on the internet. You know what I mean? We were we were very sheltered, I think, in that way. But it wasn't until, kind of past the Wild West days of the internet, like the Wild West days.
In other words, like 2010s.
Yeah, in the 2010s when things were still Wild West, but they were a lot better than like before the 2010s. So yeah, no, and that was your PC games, and I know you had a DS.
I did. But before that, Aria mentioned the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't play that. No, that's a lie. I played the Sesame Street game.
Oh my gosh, you were so obsessed with that
I was obsessed
Sesame
with that
Street
Sesame
game.
Street game. I don't know why. Looking back at it, I'm like, how the heck did I play that game so much?
You were obsessed.
That is the only game I would play. And then Aria would play, and I would kind of just sit and watch and like play on the floor around her. I remember the game I loved to watch you play the most was the Series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh yeah, that one was
I
fun.
loved watching you play that game, and I'd always try to get you to play that game, and you would never play that game. I was so upset.
Because it was also, I think there were parts where, like, again, I didn't really have a walkthrough. I think I ended up beating the game, but like there were some parts that were really, really tricky. And that's the other thing too, right? Is that I'm not big on like combat in games, like where you have to like fight against a boss. And like, even though that was what a lot of the games were at the time, and I have played games with those aspects, I would never say that that was my favorite thing because it was so tricky to do. Even with, I remember playing Spyro. I think it was like the first Spyro game. I loved that game. Did I beat it? Absolutely not, because there was one thing that I just could never do. I could never get the timing or whatever it was that you needed to get done to do it. I couldn't do it. And I think that was there were enough, quote unquote, more cozy games, like I would classify them as cozy games now, or like management games that I could play that kind of negated the bad experience with more like adventure games that had like combat elements or like, events that you needed to like perfectly time them, like that kind of stuff. Or like considering the Wii, there was the How to Train Your Dragon game that we played, and the dance games, the Just Dance.
Just Dance, Tangled. We played that together.
Tangled?
Yeah, there was a Tangled one.
I don't remember the Tangled one.
I remember the Tangled one because I remember we'd get so mad at each other because as soon as you'd go so far from each other, like I'd be trying to progress further and Aria was just like, no, I want to swing.
I don't remember
And
that
the
one.
screen would split and then our cameras would turn and we'd be like, where the heck are we? I remember that. You probably don't because we did not get far in that game before we tried to murder each other.
No, because I know we did. Didn't we do the Shrek game?
I don't remember the Shrek game.
I remember a Shrek game that game was fun. I think it was the Shrek 2 game.
I don't remember that.
I think that's what it was.
I remember I had a Disney Princess game for the Wii.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because even
we both had DSs.
Yes,
I had that. I asked for that for Christmas so I could play with my friends because all my friends were guys and they all had DSs, and I wanted to play with them at recess. Guess who still did not play with them at recess?
You.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I don't think your DS ever went to school.
It did not. It didn't. But originally, I wanted it to play with my friends, and then Christmas happened, and then the guys got Nerf guns.
Yeah. Well, and also you had we had the Nintendogs game. That
oh
was
my
so
gosh,
much
yeah,
fun.
we had the Nintendogs. There was a ballet game, Cooking Mama.
I was gonna say, I can't remember what all I played on the DS.
I can't remember much else. I know one game, we had Mario Party, but there was a different Mario game. Don't know the name of it. Don't ask me the name of it. I would get to the same place in this game every time. Still can't figure out what I was supposed to do. Still don't know what I was supposed to do. I had Arya's friend who knew video games when she was in college, and I was like, what do I do? He explained it to me. Nope, still never did it. Still don't know what I was doing.
I thought he beat it for you.
No, he didn't. So I still don't understand.
Yeah. But
and then we got the Wii as a family.
Yeah, as
thing.
a family thing.
We played the singing games on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I know we
did that a lot. But we had the Wii. I got Epic Mickey. Still don't know what I was supposed to do in Epic Mickey.
And see, and that's the thing, right? A lot of these, it boils down to if it's a more, I want to say structured game, but that's not quite right either. Maybe more of an adventure game.
I think Epic Mickey got to something with colors. It was a weird color thing, and I was like, I'm not even trying. I think that's what it was. It was after you defeat this clock thing.
I see.
Don't ask me what I was supposed to do next, because I still don't know what I was supposed to do next.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I guess for the more adventure type games, they can be real hit or miss on if they're blind person friendly, or if you really need to have this exact perfect hand-eye coordination timing and stuff. And that's not easy. That's not easy at all for us. And I think that's why when we started back up again, we've definitely been cozy games.
I am also, again, I'm stingy, and I sure as heck ain't paying money to play a game that I play once.
Right.
I am not doing that. I am too stingy.
Right. Yeah, if it's something that I'm only gonna play one time, or play through once.
If I get it, it's gonna be at a deep discount.
Yeah, I was gonna say it needs to be on sale. And what I have so far has pretty much, I think all of the games have been on sale in one way or another when I've gotten them. But no, okay. But Dreamlight Valley though, how did you find out? Because I still don't understand how that happened or why that happened.
You and me both. I'd see kind of stuff for it, and I have for a while of things for it on social media.
Okay.
Pinterest and everything. And if anybody knows Disney Dreamlight Valley, the original title screen card for the thing, it had your character and Belle. The Disney Princess Belle. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of want to play it.
Uh-huh.
And so then I was throwing it out there to Arya, and somehow we got it. I don't know.
Because that's the thing, right? because I remember, I remember you being like, hey, what do you know about this? And I had said, well, I had tried to play this on my iPad, but it didn't really work. And I was bummed about that because I thought it would be really fun. And you, I think, were just kind of like, I want to try it.
Yeah.
And then we ended up getting Steam accounts. I found out that I couldn't play it on my Mac because that's all I had at the time. But I could play it through Apple. So I did that. And we started playing it, and you fell in love.
I did. I enjoyed it.
And I mean, you still do.
I still enjoy it. I'm currently waiting for the next expansion update.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right, too. We, compared to some other people in the community who've been there since day one, we have not, we're relative newbies. But, it's a really fun game. And I think that that's how it kind of got to the point where I was just like, man, I've really missed this. It's time for me to get, a Steam account and do all the games. Because I've missed having that. It was so much fun to do. For Christmas, I ended up getting a gaming laptop, which I've been beyond thrilled with. I absolutely love that thing.
I use my old college laptop. Yeah, soon. No, that's gonna be a hot minute. I don't care enough. I'm chill. I'm chilling with my old laptop.
But yeah, so a lot of the games now that we play are definitely, well, Belle, I think, only plays the one.
Okay. I play the... okay. My computer does not support much else.
True. I don't know how it supports Disney Dreamlight Valley, to be perfectly honest with you.
I don't either, but we're not questioning it. Because it does that. And then I got on a really good sale, Hogwarts Legacy, which... tell me why it has a bunch of colorblind options, but not a full colorblind option?
Yeah, we couldn't figure that out. Because it was which colorblind are you? And it, named the colorblind instead of just being, red-green. It had the scientific name. And it was just
It had some ones we never heard of.
Yeah, and I was just I don't know which one to pick.
Yeah. And then guess what? My computer didn't support it.
No, your computer didn't. Mine did.
Yours did.
I haven't, honestly, I don't think I played it since January.
And then during this past semester's midterm week, I was extremely burnt out. And I was like, I kind of want to get another game. And if anybody knows the Wonderstop, it's a game made by the man who created Stanley Parable, and he did it when he was burnt out, so the game is based on mental burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very glitchy on my computer. The graphics, it ain't there for my computer.
Yeah, you really can't.
I can't do much.
You can't do much on your computer. Meanwhile, I mean, I've been wanting to play Baldur's Gate 3. I did get that. I'm to the point where there's so much that you can do that I'm overwhelmed. And that's not a good place to be in a game. And really, I just need to talk to my one friend who has played the game, I think has beaten the game, and kind of knows how to go. And I just need to be listen, I need your assistance in this matter. Please send help. Because yeah, I am just filled with indecision, and that's not good. That's not a good place to be. And then
you get filled with indecision on Dreamlight Valley?
Girl, we'll circle back to that. We'll fully talk about Dreamlight Valley because I mean, I have a lot of fun with that game. But I also had the Hogwarts Legacy game, and I haven't played it for a really long time because I just haven't. It's also to the point where it's not the only bad thing about my gaming laptop is that it's a little difficult sometimes to like see where things are. It would be a lot easier with like a bigger screen, and I just don't have that set up.
Oh, whatever I leave, you will.
Yeah, and that's probably how I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate. To be honest with you, I just need the bigger screen.
For clarification, we're talking about my school setup of a monitor and keyboard. That's how I pretty much play Dreamlight Valley.
The good thing about Dreamlight Valley is a lot of things. Not all things.
Arya's newest rage.
But a fair amount of things are not little. Like they're of decent size. And so it makes it easy to play. Again, we'll circle back to why we love Dreamlight Valley and like game designers take notes. So Hogwarts Legacy, I found a couple like more visual novel games. One of them was called Vampire Therapist and another was called Tavern Talk. And I played through Vampire Therapist. Oh, and Death and Taxes. I played that one too.
Ale and Tail Tavern. My mortal enemy.
We'll circle back to that. But I do kind of like, well, I guess Death and Taxes isn't full visual novel, but it's like similar-ish. It's management. I don't know what you call it.
It's Papers, Please.
I was going to say more management, I guess. But for Tavern Talk and Vampire Therapist, like I like the occasional like more visual novel game where you just kind of like make your choices. But it's not my favorite game out there. Like, I like having a little more, like, running around and doing stuff kind of thing. That's why I really like Stardew Valley. I liked, that you could, choose kind of what you're doing. I just didn't like the combat aspect of it. But if I ever decided to pick it up again, which I might on PC, I would definitely just do it with a friend and just be like, okay, listen, you go down into the mines. I'll take care of everything.
Sounds familiar.
Uh-huh. But there's another game that I found recently too that's called Cabernet, which is more, I guess it's it's not really point and click because you can kind of like control your character around, but it's more like not action even. It's more than a point and click, but there are kind of point and click elements to it, I would say, and that's been really fun. I've been really enjoying it. You're a newly turned vampire, so automatic. Automatic, I love it. But you get to talk to different people, improve your relationships with them, like that kind of stuff. I just think it's really fun. I'm trying to think. I was going to try to play Planet Zoo because Zoo Tycoon was something I loved playing when I was like a preteen, even though I wasn't good at it. But I couldn't get it to work, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again soon. We'll see. But okay, so we'll circle back to Ale and Tail. So we wanted a co-op game that we could both play together and we could both work together and like have fun and do the things.
She says like we kind of don't treat Dreamlight Valley like it's a co-op game.
We'll circle back. Dreamlight Valley is its own thing. We'll circle back. So I think I had seen Ale and Tail, or I had seen some similar games.
You saw something about it.
And I was just like, oh, this could be fun. Like, run your own tavern. Like, you can garden. And Belle loves gardening in Dreamlight Valley. Again, we'll circle back to that. so I was like, okay, you can focus on like the garden and like the cooking aspect, and I can focus on like the serving aspect. So first things first, Belle's computer barely runs Ale & Tail.
It is so glitchy. I run in and get stuck in walls every 2 seconds.
Yeah. So it is very difficult. That's very difficult for Belle. Second off, there is combat in this game that I was not expecting. Was it you who was running around?
No. First one to die was me because I went to the shopkeeper and I'm trying to buy something. And like
it was in the middle of the night in the game.
It was in the middle of the night in the game. And all of a sudden, I just see my health going. And it's like, boom, you're dead. I don't know how I died, but I died.
Uh-huh. And then I think we had our tavern closed. And there were just these like skeleton zombies that just showed up. I was not prepared. I was just like, no? Why? No.
Yeah. So then we found out what it was that killed me.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, it was skeleton zombies. Okay, fine. They just kind of show up every now and then. Whatever. I'll be on zombie lookout.
Wait, hold on. That was like the first day.
Uh-huh.
We played this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got super frustrated.
Yeah, and we
because
quit.
I can only play this game in small doses before I
rage
quit and yeet my computer. So we were then just like, okay, we'll take a break. Arya's like, hey, can we play it again? Sure, Arya. Yeah, we can. We play it again. Guess who's still getting stuck on everything?
Belle.
Yep. And then we're running the tavern, and all of a sudden, a swarm of them enter.
Well, no, I think that was like the third time. The second time I think we got through was no zombie incidents, and we were making good progress. But you were still getting frustrated because it was like not controlling well for you, and like it just wasn't working well. So it was like, okay, fine, we'll quit. The third time is when the zombies, I'm serving customers, and the zombies appear. And I'm like, oh my God. Belle is like, I can't even. Our customers are screaming. I'm getting attacked.
Arya's screaming at me to do something, and I'm over here just like, I'm trapped in a wall.
And I think we both died. And I was just like,
you died. I somehow killed them.
I don't know
with
how
a
that
broom.
happened.
Yeah, I don't know either because I then couldn't switch into my weapon of the axe. So I had the broom. So I'm over here just smacking.
You're just beating them with a broom.
Somehow I survived.
And at that point, you were like, I'm done. And I was like, I don't know why that happened, so I'm done too. And we have not played since.
We have not played since a horde of zombies just entered our town.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they have... It doesn't make sense.
It was you were just screaming at me to do something, and I'm over here just like, I'm trapped in a wall. 2 seconds later, she's screaming at me again. I am trapped in a door jam. I don't know what you want from me.
And I was just like, why? Like, they've never breached our tavern when people were there.
That day we learned.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think there was one other time they came in and I was ready for them. So I was like, haha, I have an axe.
Yeah, it was right when like we opened again and we didn't realize it was night, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And like you were just kind of standing there waiting for customers, and I think one of them entered and you were just like, nope,
we're not playing this game.
Meanwhile, I'm over here still getting stuck in everything.
Yeah, it was a great time. So yeah, I haven't played that game since, and I am kind of bummed because I did enjoy that game, but like I can't do it. That is definitely a game that it's really difficult to do. Like you can do it all on your own, but it's also like not easy to do it all on your own. So
Graphics.
like there's that. So okay. back to Dreamlight Valley. We've circled around so many topics.
Surprising no one.
Surprising no one. So, okay, reasons that I like Dreamlight Valley. Overall, 1, most things are not super tiny and difficult to see. You can see most things, and like when it comes to you need a certain kind of flower. We'll come back to that. If you need a certain kind of flower, you can always kind of pick it up and you can check your inventory and it will give you the name of the flower and like the color. So it's like, would it make it easier if you could just be like, oh, that flower right there is blue? Yeah, but it's not impossible, which some games make it impossible, it seems. Now, why we're laughing, why Belle keeps laughing, is that
Your rage. I'm laughing because not even a couple hours ago, she was complaining about this.
So, okay, one of the newer things that they did is they've added Alice from Alice in Wonderland and the Cheshire Cat to the game. And when they added the Cheshire Cat to the game, like, because it's like kind of the newest thing, they made it so that when he actually came into your valley and became a villager in your valley, there's like this event going on. And one of the events in this event,
Duties?
yeah, one of the I call it sub event, I don't know, but one of the things you have to do for this event is you have to find a memory of the Cheshire Cat. Now, there's a whole thing about finding memories in the game, like that's a mechanic in the game, and overall, like a fun mechanic. However, to find this Cheshire Cat memory, you need to look for a special kind of
Dig site?
Yeah, a dig site in the ground. And it's different from the normal dig sites that happen in the ground. And they are, like, everyone is complaining about seeing them. Like, it's not just us. Like, a lot of normal, quote unquote, people in the community are struggling with it. But, yeah, finding these has become my mortal enemy. Like, it is very difficult to do. It is not at all easy. And I need to find one dig site yet. And like the dig sites refresh, like after you find all of them, after I think it's like 15 minutes or so, like they spawn more. But like it is so time intensive to run around and try to find all of these dig sites that it's just like, I don't want to do this more than like twice a day because this is just so time intensive. Like it's painful. And if you don't find a memory, it gives you coins. And yesterday I was struggling to find them. Oh, actually the past couple days I've been struggling to find them, and I have found like all coins. And I'm just like, no. No, I would just like the one final memory piece I need so I never have to look for these ever again.
Meanwhile, I've been done for like 3 days.
Yeah, I'm about ready to give it to Belle and just be like, find it. Like, just find it, because I can't.
Yeah, I found it pretty...
You found it easily. I did not. And I am upset.
You're always upset.
Oh, no, I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm just like, I understand why they did what they did, and I'm not mad about it. Like, it makes sense in the game, and it is something to, like, if you're at the end of the game and you've, like, done all the things, like, it gives you something to do. So, like, no, I'm not going to be mad about it. But also, it is so tedious. And it's not easy to do. And it's just like, you have to cover like every inch of your map. And it's just frustrating.
There.
Nah. But other things I like about Dreamlight Valley, again, a lot of things are like very clearly like marked in your inventory, like this is what this is, or it's like very clearly written somewhere, like if you're trying to like purchase stuff, like it's very clearly written out. So it's not like you're guessing like what's going on, where like I know with games like Stardew Valley, like yeah, you can like for crops it's not, as difficult, but for like what do I want to say? For things like gems and stuff, like yeah, it's listed in there, but you really don't know like what you're picking up a lot of times. It's just kind of like, oh, I'm just doing this thing and picking stuff up and hoping that this is what I need it to be. That's kind of the same for Sunhaven too. I played that a little bit. For that game, I have no clue what I'm doing. Not even a little inkling of like what to do and how to do it. And I'm to the point where it's like I need to see a walkthrough. Like I need a walkthrough, or like here's some things that you need to like keep in mind, or like some mechanics you need to keep in mind. But also like I'm stubborn as hell. And I want to figure it out on my own, but at the same time I need assistance.
I need assistance.
I need assistance. But yeah, no. So I don't know. I think that's my problem with some games, is that sometimes it doesn't like make sense for like how you like do this thing. I don't understand how you got to this point, and like you really do need to like look up a walkthrough of how did we get to this point. And like I ain't about that.
This is why I like Dreamlight Valley, because like whenever I get frustrated, there's a thing called YouTube or Dreamlight Valley Wiki.
Mm-hmm.
My all-time favorite thing.
I go to the wiki all the time for recipes if I don't already have
the recipe for wiki, or the wiki for recipes. I also use it for the past Star Path for the different color frickin' gems.
Oh yeah.
That was annoying.
Yeah, that one was a little annoying. Like it wasn't terrible, but like if you were trying to streamline what you were doing, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. But
mine 20 yellow gems. What the heck's a yellow gem?
Yeah, because there were gems I think that were in game that like never popped up in any of the like for any of the like Star Path duties.
Dude, I don't know anymore. I completed it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I know. When I was done with all the Star Path stuff, I was just like, yes. And it's a special event in game that you can do. And this one was themed around Alice in Wonderland and like springtime Disney
Tinkerbell.
fairies, that kind of stuff. Which there was some cool stuff in there. So like I'm not mad for like having to do like for doing it all. Like all in all, it was actually really fun. I just don't. I guess we'll have to wait and see like what comes for the next one, because I haven't heard anything about what's coming next for this game. There's a lot of speculation. I have my own speculation, but we'll have to wait and see, cause I don't know, man.
I sure don't. I don't have the mental capacity.
So yeah, but all in all, like I'm very excited that I have gotten back into gaming. It's been a lot of fun so far. Just kind of like realizing, I guess, like why I liked gaming in the first place. That's been a lot of fun because yeah, watching like Let's Plays can be a nice gaming substitute, but like it's not the same thing. But there are some games that it's like, oh, I'm never going to play this, so I'll just watch a playthrough.
me with horror games, not that I couldn't play them because, like, I could, but I'm stingy.
Yeah.
I'm stingy, I will fully admit.
Yeah, and I think that that's why, like, we like, or you definitely like Dreamlight Valley, and, like, you'd probably like Stardew Valley if you tried it.
I don't like the 8-bit nonsense. Bugs me.
Yeah, I mean, I can get that. But also, like, we like games that it's kind of like you're getting, like, a whole lot. Yeah, there's an end point, so to say, but, like, there really isn't an end point. Like, you can keep playing for however, like, until you get bored of it, essentially.
Yes.
As opposed to, like, one and done playthrough. Although I will admit, I played through Death and Taxes so many times because I was trying to get a good ending. I could not get a good ending. And, like, I didn't unlock all the endings, but I got to the point where I was like, I just wanted a good ending. That's all I wanted. So I've accomplished that. We're good.
Me, I'm over here. I'm just gonna run around when I have nothing else better to do with my life.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the difference between us is I don't mind. I need to make sure that I'm really interested in the game before I get it. With Vampire Therapist, like, yeah, I've finished that game and, like, I think pretty much all the DLC for that game. But I'm probably not going to replay it again, but I enjoyed what I played. I'm not mad about spending the money I did for that game. Whereas you are just kind of like, no, I want to be able to play that game, like, over and over again, essentially.
If I cannot come back to it, like, I really do not want to spend much money on it.
Yeah.
If it's a one and done thing, it's not worth it for me.
Which is fair, because, I mean, like, I will say with the visual novel games, once I'm done with them, I'm probably just going to be done with them, and that's okay. Like, even, unless I'm like, you know what, I really want to be a tryhard and try to get other achievements. But, like, I'm not an achievement hunter. I'm just kind of like, meh, it's fine.
It's fine. This is fine.
It's fine. I don't need to get all of them. For me, I think I'm more of a, like, if it's a game, especially with, like, Death and Taxes, or, like, a game with multiple endings, as long as I get the good ending, I'm good. Like,
as long as I get the ending I want.
As long as I get the ending I want, I'm good. But if I don't get the ending I want, then I've got to play it again until I get the ending that I want. Like, that's the kind of, like, if there's multiple endings, that's the kind of game person I am. I just want the ending that I want. Well, and I know for Baldur's Gate, it's gonna be very interesting because, yeah, there's a lot of different pathways you can go and a lot of things you can do. And I just, like, I don't know. I know that I already have the character that I want to be besties with. And I don't think that character likes me right now. And I'm real upset. I'm actually devastated. And by besties, I mean romance.
Oh, you worry me.
You know. Hey, man. It's a fun game. It's definitely very different from what I'm used to, but it's still fun.
I think for me, like, a big thing of, like, the games that I play is because I play them when I need to not brain, and I can't do anything else.
Right. Yeah.
Because brain.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, with Hogwarts Legacy, with Baldur's Gate, even with, like, Cabernet, there's a lot of different quests that you can, like, stumble upon, different plot threads you can pick up. And, I mean, even with Dreamlight Valley to an extent, but with that one, it's more like character relationship quests, befriending the characters. It gets to be that there's so many things, like so many threads that you can pick up. And like me, I'm just like, well, I want to do it all. But like sometimes you can't do it all. Like you have to pick one thing at a time. And I'm really, really bad at picking.
Every day in Dreamlight Valley. I have so much to do. No, duh.
I have so many things to do. And hey, I'm getting down in things to do. Kind of.
Yeah, I just can't wait till the day when you get on and are not like, I'm trying to do 15 million things at the same time when I'm just like, do a singular thing.
Yeah, that's the problem. I can't, like, if it gives me the option that, and actually that is, well, I've slowed down a lot. But like back when I had 12 characters that are like, oh, you can do my friendship quest now. I'm like, okay. And then I get like 12 friendship quests going and they all need 20 million different things. And I'm just like, no, that's so many things. And Belle's just like, just pick one and do it. I can't. They all need done now.
Her over here. I also don't know what to do. Me tells her what to do. I don't want to do that. Then go somewhere.
I don't want to do that. That's the easy way out. That's the coward's way out.
Don't accept my help for me to then do the things you want me to do.
Uh-huh.
I.e., decorate your valley and your house.
Yeah, I need help with, because that's my thing, right? I'm not super big on decorating or customizing. Like, even with Stardew Valley, I struggled with how I wanted things to be set up, how I wanted my farm to be set up. I struggled with that hardcore. And it's the same with Dreamlight Valley. And I'm definitely one of those people that it's like, once it's set, I want it to be pretty much set. Like, I want to have things the way that I want them. And Belle's just kind of like, I mean, that's not really how that works. Because a lot of times people will like go crazy and make these really insane valleys and decorate them all fancy. And then they look at it for 2 seconds and then tear it all apart and do it all over again. And I'm just like, that ain't me. I just want it to look nice and then I want to be done.
I mean, to be fair, though, they keep adding new things.
This is true. And, like, that's not a diss, I guess, on, like, anybody who does that. Because that's fair. Like, there are different things that come in and it's like, oh, okay, no, this I think would look really cool here and I want to redo it to incorporate this thing. Like, that is totally fair. I don't know. I'm not a decoration person, and I think that's why a lot of there's a lot of games recently that are like fashion design, like, or I know the one that you like is, or that you have wish listed is unpack your stuff and, you know, decorate the new space or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's not it for me. Like, that drives me crazy.
Fair.
But I do like a lot of other aspects of that game, like unlocking the characters, like going around befriending them. There's a couple of restaurants in the game that you can like feed characters. Like, I have fun going there and being like, okay, here's your food. Like, it's very simple, but like, that's really fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm trying to think what else. I haven't gotten to the point where I can really stock up on stuff, like go around and collect fruit and vegetables and like that kind of stuff. Once I get to that level, we'll be doing great.
I told you what to do.
I know, I've been working on it. I've been trying. I can't help it that last night when I went in to try to do what you told me to do, the one thing that they wanted, I could not give them.
It's okay.
So, all in all, though, I am excited to game some more, do some more things, enjoy the new games that we get to play. Hopefully find a good co-op one, because there's several we tried, and I'm
waiting for that Haunted Paws game.
I know. I'm hoping that it will work with your computer. And if not, we gotta figure out something else. We gotta.
Honestly, yeah, we got to.
We gotta. Because there was a squirrel game that Belle, like, it would work for 2 seconds on Belle's computer, and then her computer would crash. Or the game would crash.
Yep.
So I had high hopes for that, and I'm very bummed that I didn't get to play that.
You're bummed? I couldn't be a squirrel.
I know. It was very depressing. So we'll see. I mean, again, this is new for Belle. It's new adjacent for me. So it's just kind of like a wait and see thing. And I know definitely, like, I keep an eye out all the time for the sales and just being like, okay, this game that I want is on sale. Should I get it? So that being said, we want to thank you guys for coming along today as we talked about just our experience with gaming. Of course, if you like this episode, if you like what you've been listening to, please consider following the podcast and sharing the episode with your friends. It really would help us to grow the show, and we would appreciate the support those actions would give. And hey, if you just want to leave a review, that would be okay too. And next time, hey, our plans have actually changed like 5 times over, so I'm not sure what we're talking about next time, but we'll be talking about something.
Yep.
So don't forget that it is a blind life, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.